Yeah, good morning again to our Cloud ERP live stream. And yeah, on our way to Cloud ERP Process Excellence. What a word. Yeah, I know in daily life we have much other problems than this because we have some, I don't know, import not working or some discussion not turning out well. So yeah, I think that's the interesting part to not give up the big goals, yeah, to strive with big goals, Cloud ERP Process Excellence, and at the same time to be pragmatic and especially to listen to the problems of where different companies, different people struggle day to day with. Last week I posted some Simon Sinek inspirational thing. I don't do this typically, but it was good. It was about listening. It was about putting away the mobile and listen to the person who wants to tell them their problem. Yeah, and I found in all of my career, in all of the projects, this, in my opinion, is a key skill to be able to actively listen, because always you find something new, yeah, that is a real challenge that can be solved. So anyway, so what are typical challenges we are in the company life? You saw probably my post with a little bit of humor. It was about 7 steps towards Cloud ERP. I chose this. Maybe you like this Netherlands artist, Escher. Especially when I was a youth, I'm a fan of his pictures, yeah. But here this shows it might be sometimes a little bit confusing, yeah, how to find your way to best practice processes in your company, yeah. And so there's an interesting book. Maybe you wanna. It's called Gödel, Escher, Bach. I read this as a youth, and it is about similarities between the drawings of Escher, which are kind of paradoxically here, and the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, who is famous all over the world, who lived in Leipzig and composed his amazing music. Yeah? And you can see certain patterns in that music, which are similar to the patterns in the drawings of Escher, actually. And finally, Gödel, who was a mathematician, famous mathematician, who put out some groundbreaking proofs. I don't want to dive into that, but maybe you want to grab that book. That is quite interesting for, if you want to train your logical thinking. So, anyways, from Escher to Cloud ERP transformation. So this was kind of course, you got it, a little bit of a humor, yeah? with the twinkling of an eye, Augenzwinkern, as we say. And yeah, so I wrote this in English because now I'm also addressing our international community, because the topics we are discussing in this live stream and in the next live streams will be of much interest also for our international friends and community, and welcome also to them. So yeah, what is a typical, so to say, life cycle, put very bluntly? And first of all, how do you manage your company? Use Excel databases and email to organize your company. Yeah, every startup does this, and yeah, in the beginning that works. It works somehow, yeah. But then you realize that you created a chaos nobody can manage, yeah. That is quite soon that you realize this, if the business is growing, yeah. So that is nothing new. For example, you send out to your suppliers some request to give you some quotes, yeah. Then you might get some quotes. You might get some quotes earlier, later. Then you go to holiday, and you forget to forward these quotes to somebody, and then the customer cannot be served because you have some email box customer quotes somewhere and nobody can access them. So that is clear, that leads nowhere. Yeah, this is just one example of many. Yeah, and we all have this kind of little bit chaos. We know that. Yeah, when we are honest, even if we have an ERP system, yeah, we have to report our times. We have to report our invoices and documents and so on into that. And always this is a challenge. So anyway, at some point in time, people say, okay, I need some structure, I need some processes, I need something, a single point of truth. I invest in an ERP. And then I see, this is a standard, and I have this special process. Yeah. So now I modify this with custom software modifications. I hire somebody who promises me the blue out of the sky, as we say in German. Yeah. And yes, he can do this, and so on and so on. But we know, in the meanwhile, we know the complexity of modifying cloud ERP with custom software modifications is always underestimated. Yeah, it's always underestimated. You cannot overestimate the complexity of a custom software modification of an ERP system. Why is that? Why is that? It's even challenging to know the internal operations of an ERP system if you yourself are the author of the code, yeah? Or if your colleagues are the author of the code. You can ask them. Yeah? If I worked for SAP, so I changed some code that I didn't write, so I asked my colleagues what this means, and so on and so on. You have always to consider the side effects of it. I hope I'm not using too technical language, but actually, if you change something, yeah, it's like a bowl of spaghetti. Yeah, you get one spaghetti, you pull, and then you get more and more, and at the end you have the whole spaghetti in your hands. So that's the same thing. Yeah, you change something and you break something. Yeah, maybe you improve one thing and you break two things at the same time. Yeah, and even the worst is you are not aware of that. Yeah? This is because an ERP system is obviously a complex system. So you cannot just change it a little bit. Yeah, then after a while you realize you are in a dead end, depending on a singular service provider for the custom software modifications. We talked about this. If people say, okay, I don't want to go into the SAP cloud, yeah, because then I depend on SAP. But today you also depend on somebody, which is your custom software development provider. Yeah. So, do you want better to depend on him? Yeah. Or do you want to depend on the market leader of business software in the world? So it's obviously, and even if you don't like it, you can move out. But that's the thing of cloud ERP, because you have only not to purchase these licenses, but only to rent, so to say. Yeah. So then you realize you are in a dead end, depending on a singular service provider for the custom software modifications. Then you think, okay, then I can use other standard software. Yeah, I can use for, I don't know, CRM or for billing or for whatever, and a different, or for a third-party logistics provider. Yeah, I can use custom, and you do this, and obviously everybody does this, or nearly everybody, and you build custom interfaces. Yeah. So then, after a while, you recognize something is not working. Why is that not working? Yeah, and I tell you, it's not your fault. Yeah, the same thing with number 3, or number 4. Yeah, so it's not your fault that you realize that you are in a dead end, depending on custom software modifications, because you were promised a lot. Yeah, people promise a lot. Yeah, but the same with interfaces. Yeah. You think, hey, why is this not working? Why is this so much money? Yeah, I need to invest into these interfaces, always, to make them run, to make them work. Yeah, I don't want to do now a scientific lecture about this. I could tell about this 2 days in a row. It's no problem, because we have done and seen so many interfaces in our life, and I must say, most of them were very bad interfaces. Yeah, let's be honest. Most of them, though, I hardly see any interface or integration scenario development which is really good. Yeah, mostly the interfaces are bad interfaces. Why is that? Why is that? That is because there are certain, like scientific truths which are not known actually about interfaces. Yeah, interfaces between software. People think too naively about them. Yeah, they don't know. They just don't know why it is so. Yeah, they think it's a data transfer from the database of SAP to the database of the other tool. They just think, but it is not. It is far more complex. It is a process here and a process there. Yeah, I just make you a very, very simple example. Yeah, for example, consider you have a ordering and a fulfillment system. So you order like 100 boxes of cookies. Yeah, you order 100 boxes of cookies and 3 trucks for this. Yeah, yeah, and then you send via the interface. You send this order from the order system to the fulfillment system. Now the fulfillment system begins to deliver. Yeah, or the people using the fulfillment system begin to deliver, and they pack 1 truck, and there are already 30 boxes of cookies in the truck, and they send it. So 1 truck left the company, 2 trucks not yet. So now what happens? The customer calls and says, "Hey, I want to cancel the order, yeah, or I want to change the order. I only want 1 box of cookies." Yeah, okay, then the one changes the cookies in the order system, yeah, and then the interface, because people think, it's only data transferring, sends the changed order, yeah, to the fulfillment system, and then you have an error because, of course, you cannot change an already partly fulfilled order. It is clear, yeah. So, but nobody thinks about this. And then you get an error, yeah, in the interface, yeah, it does not work, and then people of IT are typing and trying to solve that problem, yeah, and nobody thinks about the thing that actually it's a process problem. It's a process problem, yeah. So this was only a small glance of all the myriads of problems you can get if you couple 2 systems with interfaces. Yeah, I can, as I said, make a presentation about 2 days to talk about this, because we invented also some solutions. Yeah, some solutions are, for example, in business process modeling notation, BPMN 2.0. Yeah, maybe you happen to know this process modeling language. If you are a user of Signavio, you're already using this process modeling language, because that's the language which is the basic foundation of SAP Signavio. Yeah. Anyhow, when I talk to Gero Decker, for example, who is the inventor of Signavio and founder, and he tells me most people don't know about these capabilities. Yeah, so actually, so they're not yet used, but this what they are invented for. So I don't want to go down into that rabbit hole. I just want to tell you. Yeah, then you realize, number 6, the astronomical total cost of ownership of these custom interfaces, of these custom interfaces to other tools. Because actually, it is so difficult to build this interface. And again, it's not your fault because somebody told you, let me build an interface for you, it's easy and so on. No, it's not easy. It is not easy. Not easy. Yeah, you have to do really high-level engineering, high-profile process engineering to do that correctly. Yeah, and I meet not many people who are capable of doing this, I must say. That's the truth. That's the blunt and ugly truth. I'm sorry to say that. So I don't want to hurt anybody, but at some point in time we need to realize that these are real problems, real and present problems. Yeah, and when I say this, I also say this to me because I've done also a lot of these, so to say, errors. Yeah, But the thing is, if we are able and capable of learning from our errors and to avoid them in the future, or if we say, hey, let's do that again and again. So no, it is not necessary to do that again and again. Instead, and this is what I humorously said, it is, the steps 1 to 6 are optional. Yeah, of course you can fit your processes to the best practices of S/4HANA Cloud right in the beginning. So that's the optimal way, the best way. Of course, we know, every company goes through a life cycle. Every company goes through steps, and hardly any new founded company is from the beginning optimized in all of the processes. So maybe if I think of a company that comes to my mind that has started already with optimized processes, comes to my mind Amazon and Tesla, for example. But even they optimize their processes from continuously. And and we all know that S/4HANA Cloud is also not the solution to everything, because S/4HANA Cloud is part of a modular ERP integration scenario, which you have other SAP products like Ariba, like Sales and Service Cloud, and so on and so on. But these integration scenarios are standard integration scenarios, and they are designed by those who must know how to design them. So they are standard integration scenarios, and that's a different thing. Because so much knowledge and skill has been designed into that. This is a different level, and even these scenarios, I would say, sometimes should be improved. I must say, really, even the standard integration scenarios must be improved sometimes. Okay, enough ranting. I'll take a sip of coffee. But how does that solve my problem that I have now? Because visit us on Menti, because I want to also know your thoughts always. That's important, because it's not only one way. I want also to listen to you, which is 4403361 today. So I repeat, 4403361. We want to make a small poll at the end, and if you join, we can exchange thoughts and be connected in this way. Okay, cool. So what do we do if we want to move on in our process excellence? So let me put me in the corner here again. If you want to move on in our process excellence, but we have no process so far, what do we do if we are a small and medium-sized enterprise, for example? Small and medium-sized enterprises, they have typically no process, so to say, practice, process discipline, or something like this. So they are incubations, for example. As I said, very few companies which are founded start with optimized processes. Tesla, okay, Amazon, okay, but typically incubations do not. Or subsidiaries, they are smaller, they are more pragmatically, they work, as we say in Germany, mit der Hand am Arm. I don't know how to translate this. With hand attached to the arm. Okay. I don't know how I can translate it. Or mit hochgekrempelten Ärmeln, with wrapped up sleeves. So they are not like, stick to the process, but more like, hey, can you do this? Yeah, I can do this. No, I cannot do this. Yeah, the other, maybe John can do this, or and so on. So they are more like agile, even, or they call it agile actually, but it's not really agile. But okay. So, and acquisitions, So if you have acquisitions, you have a different type of company, different processes, and you want to integrate those processes into your processes. So I had one of our customers was acquired by a very big company, and yeah, it was good because they already had some SAP processes in there, so to say, because yeah, they were our customers. They were all already cloud ERP. So yeah, they moved their processes into the processes of the whole company. So that was a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes you acquire a company who has completely different like processes. How do you bring them forward in process maturity? Yeah. And also sometimes you are a leapfrogger strategy which has a dated ECC system or even SAP system, but you don't know your processes. Yeah. So you want to leapfrog to the public cloud. Yeah. For example, and yeah, but yeah, of course. And how do you now know your processes? That's also a question. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe if you look it from the standpoint of the process maturity, if you think maybe this is too scientific or something. No, this is SAP practice. This is using this to estimate which process maturity do we have with customer processes. Yeah. And maybe you have these small point solutions being used, worksheets to manage your processes, level 1. Yeah. But you want to go to the intelligent applications and platform quite rapidly. Yeah. You want to not invest into step 2 and 3, distributed IC systems and centralized IT systems. You want to directly go to number 4. How do you do this? Yeah. So this is what I was saying. Yeah. These steps 1 and 2, 6 are optional. Yeah. Yeah. How can this be done? Yeah. So that is a question. The journey starting point does not allow for affordable structured process analysis like process mining or classical process analysis and modeling. Yeah. So of course we do process analysis and modeling for companies in level 1, also level 2 and 3. Yeah, with Signavio. But yeah, of course, if you start with nothing, no process diagrams, no something, yeah, that would be a hard time. You have a lot of interviews, you have a lot of drawing, sketching, discussing, and so on, and until you reach a certain level of process clarity, yeah, so to say that's an investment actually, yeah. And some companies invest that. Others say, hey, no, that's too much of an investment. I cannot afford this structured process analysis. I want a solution now. Help me, yeah. Yeah, how do we do this? Yeah, then if you at a journey point that does not allow for affordable structured process analysis. And others, other SAP partners, they say, yeah, okay, this whole process analysis thing anyway is BS. Yeah, so I don't do it. Yeah, I don't do it. Just call me, sign the contract, and then I implement the SAP system for you. Yeah, and then I'm gone. Yeah, and then, yeah, of course you can do that as well. But in the end, those customers come to us because they say, hey, yeah, I have now this implemented SAP system, but I can't really use it because the processes are screwed. Yeah, so that's also the problem. Yeah, so it's not a good idea to bypass. It's not a good idea to bypass the process analysis. So now we are between a rock and a hard place, as we say, or in Germany we say Zwickmühle. Yeah, you cannot just ignore the processes analysis, but you can also not afford to make a process analysis. So that's a problem. What do you do? Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, and also if you look from the standpoint of process maturity from Gartner, which was very famous in 2008, yeah, and in the following years, you have different levels, yeah, even of. I'm even not sure if anybody knows this, yeah, and if anybody even cares, yeah. So, okay, in big companies, people care because they have a process department and so on, yeah, and they have these levels of process maturity. But anyway, most companies are anyway on level 1 and 2. So, why bother about 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on level? Yeah. So of course, yeah, there are small processes a little bit optimized, yeah, but while they are optimized and automated, there's already outdated, yeah. So that's a problem. Anyway, because we want to reach agile business structure, innovate new business products and services through an agile business structure, we need to reach this level, but we need to reach this level because the market demands from us, but not in a chaotic way. Yeah, we don't want to drive into chaos. That's the problem. So we need some structure. So yeah, process awareness is necessary. Intra-process automation and control is necessary. Inter-process automation and control is necessary. Enterprise valuation. But how can we come from, if we are from level 1 to level 6 faster? Yeah? Small and medium enterprises that need a shortcut in process maturity with low effort and low cost. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah? Jump over the tedious intermediate stages, yeah? By reusing and extracting instead of modeling. Yeah? Extracting instead of modeling. But how can we extract processes from if there is nothing? Yeah? If there is no process ERP system, something like this. We know we discussed about process insights, but process insights presupposes you have already an ECC system from SAP running, but if you don't have, if you have Excel, if you have email, if you have documents, well, what do you do? Yeah. Okay, here's already some hint of it, AI driven. Now it becomes interesting. Okay, everybody tells AI to this day, but this is something interesting. Okay, so hopefully we can reuse processes and reuse business performance framework instead of reinventing them again and again. Yeah, we can. Yeah? So we can, instead of modeling and analyzing, we can extract, hopefully we find a way to extract, yeah, processes from unstructured information. That would be great. Maybe AI can help us a little bit. And we can hopefully reuse process automation and control processes, and we can hopefully reuse business performance framework. Yeah. So then if we have this, we could have a shortcut in process maturity with low effort and low cost. This would be great. A silver bullet, so to say. Jump over the tedious intermediate stages. Yeah. Yeah. How can we get this? Fast time to insight. So you might recognize this is not plug and grow here because it's another program, Smart and Grow. Yeah, Smart and Grow means you start with, so to say, nothing. Yeah, you start with unstructured information. You start with, you don't have an ERP system. Yeah, you are a small and medium enterprise, just like anybody else. You have email, you have databases, you have, but you don't want and you cannot invest a lot in process mining, process analysis or something project. Yeah, so how do we get fast time to insight? That's the question. That's the question. Big question. Yeah, so thank you for joining for today. Tomorrow we'll continue this and it will become interesting with the topic of, I need to move myself away here, the rise of process AI. Yeah, so that will be the topic tomorrow. Join us at 8:30 Central European Summertime. The rise of process AI. This will be exciting. And yeah, so then we will dive deeper into how we can find these shortcuts and how they help us in our progress towards Cloud ERP process excellence. Yeah, tomorrow, and especially please remark on Friday 8:30. There we'll have a private live stream. Yeah, private live stream where we dive deep into what is the so-called process AI repository builder, as far as we can say, only for the registered Patreon members. Yeah, so take the time to register on our Patreon, join for free, because then you will be eligible to join on Friday to our private live stream, which is about the process AI repository builder. So that will be exciting. So thank you for joining. I'll give sometime, if you can give your opinion, some brainstorming. Yeah, let's share some ideas from this topic here. And yeah, so let us see to what comes to my mind, what comes to your mind if you think about process AI. Maybe we can do a small brainstorming. Oh, enter any word that comes to your mind. And let us know, yeah? If you have any idea about process AI, what comes to your mind if you hear process AI? Yeah, that is the question. And yeah, maybe you can share our ideas and let us know what you think about it, and give us some input. Yeah, so what comes to your mind if you think of process AI? Yeah, so thank you. We have two answers, which is ChatGPT and extract process. Yeah, maybe tomorrow we will also continue this brainstorming. If you have other ideas additionally, we can join tomorrow 8:30. And yeah, so have great working today, and see you again. Bye.